really don't think that's a good idea. I think you want to do the garage and then do the Cablevision.
Right.
Otherwise, you just get.
Okay, if we
Otherwise, it'll be like a town board meeting.
if we set a time, then we'll lose the garage people for the cable, but that's okay.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
I mean, I think 2 hours is a good time for the garage. I think
Ray said the
I
last
think it'll
time-
fill that time up. It did before.
Ray said last time he did like a 45-minute presentation.
Yeah.
And it was approximately another hour or so.
Yeah, so I think 2 hours is a good time. So I think 12 is good, and maybe we'll keep all those people
Yeah.
That's good.
who hadn't even thought about Cablevision, but they'll get inspired and say, "Oh yeah."
Now,
There are
are we
things I
going to
wanna
send a
say.
letter to everybody as the garage committee is doing, or maybe could we piggyback on them?
Yeah.
And
Yes,
make
on the
it
bottom.
We can send out a letter about
really
2 public
clear.
hearings,
Right,
and they'll go to everybody.
both things.
Yeah, with
and
both
making-
public hearings on
Making
it.
it really clear that we want their input about
Absolutely.
how cable has been.
About
for
what their
them.
service is like, and
Right.
what comments do they have about services that will help the town board in formulating the contract.
Put the stipulation on the bottom, if you don't show up, don't complain.
That sounds fair. All right, so can we vote on this, setting the public hearing? All those in favor?
Yes.
Done.
So it's to discuss possible revisions to the Cablevision franchise contract.
Okay. Anything under other for unfinished business?
Yeah, I want to talk about the website, please. I want to make a formal motion that I be provided all the information necessary to access and work on the town's website. If you recall, back in June, I asked that I be given the website information, and nobody objected to that. Nobody had an issue with me getting involved with the website. The following day, I had emailed requesting access information. I didn't get a response. And then at the board meeting, I again mentioned that I was willing to get involved with the website in order to provide the videos and
For rec.
particularly the Recreation Commission
For rec.
information. So I'm making a motion that I be provided the necessary information to access the town website to provide whatever information is needed.
Mark, I'm going to make a
Information to me, I need time to think about it.
I'm going to make a comment,
Talked
and
about
that
it
is,
last month.
I'm going to make a comment, which is that every town with a website has a policy. We had a policy that we put in place very quickly at the very beginning of who had access to enter data and information onto the website. It's very important that the town have a clear policy, and that the people who are allowed to actually enter things, enter information, not give information to be entered, but who actually enter it, are included and covered in the policy of the town.
Does the town
So
have
I
clear
don't think
policy?
the town has a policy. There is no town that I have seen of policies. You all have copies of the policies from towns because we got them, of the ones we got them from. Most of them have an IT person who does all of the entering. A municipal website is different from any other kind of website because we have to be, the town has to be very careful that in no way is it open to any kind of liability. All right. That doesn't mean that people can't present things to be entered, but it has to be very clear. Usually it's just the IT person. Sometimes it's the IT person and the clerk. But I think if you want to take this another step, we should look at all the policies that you have, and what we should put on the agenda and discuss at our next town board meeting is creating a policy, a website policy for the town of Stanford, as to who enters information, how it's done, and that kind of thing. I don't think to any town board member. I've not seen any town where any town board member can simply put things on that they want to, because we have to be very, very careful
Well, then
legally.
what's going on now? Look,
Legally, well, the town, anybody can submit anything to Rita, and Rita will look at it and put it on the website.
I made a motion.
Well, I think too that
It hasn't been seconded yet, so we can't
I
discuss it.
think what Mark's saying too is he was given permission before and he access to get on the internet to help out, and it was just gonna be for the rec. And then nothing ever happened.
Well, as I recall, Mark offered to help because Rita was saying she was having problems. And from what I understand, the next day Rita spoke with the IT person, Jason Woodcock, and does not have those problems. And in fact, it's changed if you've looked at it, and there are other ways of entering things. And Jason Woodcock is increasingly improving it, even though he has a new baby. But I don't remember, the town board did not, the town board did not approve that any individual town board member could enter anything onto the website.
Frankly, I think that, since we are discussing this, I think that various committee chairs should each have their own password, and they should be authorized to enter things for their particular page. And then we ought to have policy for the website in general, and for whose eyes pass over various things. And I don't think it should be a member of the board. I think we all have vested interests.
We've been talking about this for months.
Okay,
And
then
if you
how do you
recall-
go about
Sue
getting-
Blouser
Wait a minute, let me finish. If you recall, back when we made the motion to give permission, Virginia, a member of the town board, was given permission to access the website along with Rita. All right, and I'll pull the motion out
Yes, I
if
agree
you want me
with
to.
that.
I'll
Yes,
pull it out
as the
next month.
supervisor, I was, that's
Okay.
correct.
All right, that's it. I don't need to pull it out,
Which,
Joanne,
which,
for you.
yes, I agree with that, which is a policy that other
So-
towns have.
So now, we have
So that's our
information, we've
policy
already
now.
missed the peak registration season for our recreation department. We're down 50% with the recreation, and through no fault of Rita's, I know she's busy. And that's why I said,
No.
that's,
Sue Blouse, the head of the rec, submits things to Rita, and Rita puts them on when Sue submits
Sue
them.
Blouse
What
supports
does she do
me.
before the
Sue
internet?
Sue Blouse supports
What do we
me to
before
do
the
this.
internet?
I've made the
Well,
motion.
then,
We'd like to see it in writing, thank you.
I just mentioned it to you. You want to repeat it? Rita?
Well, I'd like to see it in writing from Sue Blouse that she's authorizing you to take her place.
She didn't authorize me to take her place. I told her
As-
what my intention was, and she was for it.
I'd like to see it in writing, please, Ron.
Okay, but my motion
Could I add
stands.
one thing, though? I now have the flyer for the rec in my computer. I asked Sue directly, I said, shouldn't I also put on the sign-up form? And she said, absolutely not. I don't know why, because I thought that would be something that would be good for residents to access. And she was adamant, no, not the sign-up form. I don't know why.
well, I know that Rita contacts Sue because she contacts every committee when she doesn't have information from her.
Just this afternoon, oh, Carol's gone already, I have 4 more divisions for minutes on the web. It'll be master plan, CAC, recreation, and I was going to leave it at that, and Jason says it's better to have an even number, so I added farm and ag.
You have to get any meeting minutes from them, so.
I don't have any minutes, but there's going to be a category.
Yeah.
Well, I've made a motion to get involved with the website, helping Rita update it, getting the information on there for the committees, and we can put the town video on there. I can help them with the master plan committee. I can understand there's a website for that. There's a whole heck of a lot that I'm willing to do, volunteer my time. Yes, we do have to come up with policies and procedures. We've talked about that ad nauseum for months.
We need them first.
Then why are we putting stuff on now then, without policies and procedures?
The
Because we
policy
have-
is that Rita puts it on.
We decided that that was a temporary policy, that things would be passed by Virginia, and Rita would put them on, and we were going to get together and form a